Hello, leaders. I'm Dr. Patrick Jinks, leadership and strategy coach and president of the Jinks Perspective. When is your next leadership practice session scheduled? Let's cue it up. When we watch a sporting event, attend a concert, or sit back and enjoy a great movie, we see the talent and the skill of the participants on display. What we don't see are the countless hours of practice those talented athletes, singers, and actors put in. Let's take a short stop in baseball, for example. Can you imagine the countless practice hours that professionals spend fielding ground balls and throwing them over to first base? Have you ever stopped to think about how much time they spend developing their upper body strength, their accuracy, and their hand eye coordination? It's easy to assume that these athletes are just naturally talented and they just show up for games and exhibit excellence. But of course, we know that's not the case. So, what about leaders? Do we ever practice? Do we go through drills and reps and exercises that stretch our leadership muscle and push us toward peak performance? What would that look like? Might depend on what aspect of your leadership you want to work on. If I'm an athlete, for example, wanting to work on stamina, my coaching regimen is going to be very specific toward that objective. If, on the other hand, it's about having a quicker reaction time or greater leg strength, the exercises will be different. So let's say that as a leader, you want to work on being a more concise communicator. How would you practice? I'm not going to answer that for you. I'm going to challenge you to think of maybe 3 ways you might practice being a more concise communicator. What if you were wanting to be a better delegator? How might you practice that? What drills might you go through, for example? Let's take one more example. What if you wanted to be a more assertive leader? What if you did a 360-degree assessment and your stakeholders told you that they would like to see you exert your point of view from a more assertive standpoint as a leader? How would you practice that skill? How would you practice it safely, offline, in a way that others may not even realize you're practicing? Again, I don't intend to answer these questions for you. I just wanted to ask them. But I will say this, an athlete's salary includes the time they spend off the field in practice. It's not just the game and the TV broadcast they're paid for. They're expected to hone their skills. Why is it that leaders often feel that spending time reading, researching, learning, and practicing aren't considered part of the job? Don't our stakeholders expect us to be at peak performance? Do we think that just happens because we're gifted leaders? In the video description below this video, there's a link to a simple coaching sheet that you can download. And I want to challenge you to download the sheet and spend a little bit of time thinking about what you might practice and how you might practice becoming a better leader. And that's the Jinx Perspective for this week. If you'd like to explore ways that the Jinx Perspective can help you or your organization achieve greater clarity, simplicity, and alignment in your mission work, feel free to reach out and schedule a free discovery call with me by clicking the link that's also in the video description below. And in the meantime, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. It actually increases traffic for others. And don't forget to add the bell icon so that you're notified when new episodes arrive. And as always, I hope you'll share this with a friend or a colleague that you think might find it useful. And we'll see you here next time. Lead on.